Hello there, good evening. Glad to have you join us on our comprehensive news package. I'm Dominic Agbea. First, the highlights. President Tinubu unveils a new corporate headquarters of Nigerian Revenue Service in Abuja. Federal government secures $1 billion steel deal in India to revive local industry. Ogun APC governorship candidate Senator Olamilekan Adeola assures residents of increased developmental projects if elected in 2027 elections. On the foreign scene, Senegal issues first conviction under tougher homosexuality law.
And on business news tonight, Nigeria, Morocco advanced $25 billion transcontinental gas pipeline deal. I bring details of this and other stories when I return on the business segment of the news. I am Olayemi Takuro. Stay with us.
And still on the news tonight, UEFA rejects Barcelona's appeal over poor referee decisions against Atletico Madrid. I'll be back with the details of these stories and many more on sports segment of the news. I am Sheyalao Tangawe.
Genius says 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. Don't forget you can watch us live on Facebook at Ogun TV and Ogun State Television, YouTube at OGTV Abeokuta, and on OGTV website www.ogtv.com.ng/live. For the latest news and reports, check us on these platforms: X at Ogun TV, Instagram at Ogun State Television, or download OGTV app on Apple Store and Google Play Store. And now to the news in details. President Bola Tinubu has commissioned the new corporate headquarters of the Nigerian Revenue Service (NRS) in Abuja, describing the facility as a symbol of renewed trust and transparency in government institutions. The newly inaugurated complex consists of 3 towers rising up to 16 floors and is designed to accommodate about 3,000 employees, providing a centralized hub for the agency's operations. The building is also expected to serve as the operational base of the rebranded National Revenue Service as provided under recent tax reform laws aimed at strengthening revenue generation across all tiers of government. Speaking after the commissioning, Tinubu said the edifice represents a shift towards a more transparent and efficient taxation system. The president described early outcomes from the new tax laws as encouraging and fantastic, attributing the gains to deliberate policy choices and careful planning by his administration. He emphasized that the facility goes beyond its physical structure, noting that it embodies a new standard of professionalism, efficiency, and service delivery expected from public institutions. According to him, the Nigerian Revenue Service must not only focus on revenue collection, but also demonstrate accountability, responsiveness, and efficiency in its operation. The president also commended Nigerians for their resilience and patience, urging future generations to build on ongoing reforms and strive to surpass the achievements of previous leaders.
Into the clear light of renewed hope. I committed that we will confront structural weaknesses, restore fairness, and build an economy anchored on discipline, equity, and opportunity. Today I stand before you to reaffirm that these words were not rhetoric, they were a covenant with the Nigerian people.
The federal government has secured a fresh $1 billion steel investment commitment as part of efforts to accelerate industrialization, with total foreign direct investment in the steel sector rising above $2.2 billion under President Bola Tinubu's economic reform agenda. The latest deal was sealed in Kolkata, India, where the Minister of Steel Development, Prince Shaibu Abubakar Audu, signed a memorandum of understanding with the Rashmi Metals Group for a projected 3-year investment valued at $1 billion. The agreement followed a facility tour of the company's integrated steel plant, where the Nigerian delegation inspected operations spanning direct reduced iron, pig iron, bullets, and ductile iron pipe production. Speaking after the signing, Audu said the agreement reflects growing global confidence in Nigeria's reform trajectory and its emerging industrial opportunities. The minister said the MOU signed with Rashmi Metals Group represents a major milestone in Nigeria's efforts to reposition the steel sector, reaffirming President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's commitment to revitalizing the industry, creating employment opportunities, and conserving foreign exchange through strategic import substitution. He added that Nigeria's engagement with the Indian conglomerate is part of a broader strategy to attract technology-driven investment into the country's industrial base. Audu noted that Nigeria is transitioning from a raw material exporter to a value-added industrial economy anchored on its vast mineral resources. And back home, the chairman of the of the Senate Committee on Appropriations representing Ogun West Senatorial District, Senator Solomon Adiola, has emerged as the consensus governorship candidate of the All Progressives Congress, APC, for the 2027 elections. Speaking at the APC caucus strategic meeting held at the party's secretariat in Abeokuta, Governor Dapo Abiodun commended party members for their unity and cooperation, noting that the candidate's emergence was achieved without any rancor. Governor's Office correspondent Yusuf Ganiyu reports.
According to the governor, a series of consultations were held with key stakeholders, including a meeting with President Bola Tinubu to arrive at an acceptable candidate to fly the party's flag in the 2027 election. He noted that though every member has the right to aspire, there is the need for party members to align and streamline their thoughts on the forthcoming elections, cautioning going against the electoral heart.
Deciding on who is our best foot forward, meaning deciding on who represents us, does not mean that we won the election. We seem to forget that we are going into election with other parties. Does not translate to the fact that we have won election. We need to now go and prepare for how to win the election. What we've done now is to find ways to reduce acrimony amongst ourselves so that we don't go into elections with an anti-party sentiment.
The governor also urged members to intensify grassroots mobilization by taking the campaign to their respective communities with a view to ensuring the party's victory in the forthcoming elections.
So let us live here, all united and fired up, that this is how we want to be known for in Ogun State. A state and a party that knows how to select its leaders, its governors, senators, members of the House of Representatives, and members of the House of Assembly in preparation for the bigger fight.
In his acceptance speech, Senator Adiola expresses appreciation to Governor Abiodun and other party leaders across the state for their support and confidence in his candidacy for the 2027 poll.
I want to assure us, sir, I will not let you down. I promise to keep the flag flying. I promise to retain and maintain the unity, peace and progress that has taken place in Ogun State for the last 3 years and beyond. I can assure you I will not derail. I will not, the ship I'm about to take over, I will make sure that it does not derail.
He pledges to sustain continuity by promoting peace and stability in the state, adding that his administration would focus on fostering unity and togetherness among party members.
And by the special grace of God, I will do my best, my utmost best, to keep every member of our great party together, to keep all the state together, and to ensure that irrespective of political alignment, groups or caucus, we are one big indivisible family. Going forth from today, Your Excellency, and all the leaders of the party, I want to assure you that a new Ogun State is born.
The meeting was attended by party stakeholders from across the state, including former governors, deputy governors, and members of the National and State Assemblies, as well as other party faithful. Yusuf Ganiyu, OGTV News.
Following his emergence as the Ogun State governorship candidate of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Senator Solomon Adiola has assured residents of the state of increased developmental projects if elected in the 2027 elections. Senator Adiola made this known while fielding questions from journalists at the Presidential Lodge in Abeokuta. It was accompanied by members of the House of Representatives representing Imekwafo and Yewa Federal Constituency, Honorable Boyega Isiaka, and that of Ipokia and Yewa South Federal Constituency, Honorable Abiodun Akinlade, both former governorship aspirants from Ogun West Senatorial District under the platform of the ruling All Progressives Congress APC.
The intentions are clear. This present administration is working very hard to ensure that Ogun State is on a very sound footing, both infrastructurally and economically. And for any sensible person coming on board, we know that it can only but consolidate on the good work of the achievements of this administration and take it to the next level. So for the people of Ogun State, if eventually we emerge come February 6th, I can tell you that it's going to be a new dawn. And I can tell you that the good work this administration have put in place will consolidate on it and they take everything to the next level.
In their separate remarks, Honorable Boyega Isiaka and Honorable Abiodun Akinlade congratulated Senator Adiola on his emergence as the party's candidate, describing it as a significant milestone for Yewa land.
We have no any issue. Our issue today is how to unite all the variables that are in Ogun West. I want to assure everybody in Ogun State, both the central and the east, that Ogun West will come out stronger with what they have seen today. Senator Olamide Adiola will inshallah emerge as the governor of Ogun State. We have agreed to work together. We have agreed to talk to all our supporters to collapse all the structures we have today to APC. The only structure we have today after our meeting is APC structure.
What remains now is for us to come together, and just like the distinguished senator has said, is for all our supporters to know that now, from now on, it is one. The only thing, the only difference between us before is an interest into a seat, and that has been settled. Every other thing has to be settled with it. Then we proceed from there to to what is next. And I think that is all. So it's just to congratulate him, and also to congratulate the West, and congratulate the governor, and congratulate the state, and congratulate APC for moving forward.
They both pledged their support and commitment to work together towards securing victory for the APC in the forthcoming elections. Meanwhile, Speaker of the Ogun State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Oludaisi Lemidi, has congratulated Senator Solomon Olamileko Adiola on his emergence as the consensus governorship candidate of the All Progressives Congress APC in this state. In a statement from the Speaker's office, Right Honorable Lemidi describes Adiola's emergence as a defining moment in the political history of the state, noting that it signals a new era of inclusiveness, equity, and unity across the 3 senatorial districts. He particularly commends the leadership of the APC in the state for adopting a consensus approach, which he said reflects maturity, internal cohesion, and a shared commitment to the progress of Ogun State. Elemide said Adeola's candidacy represents a long-awaited breakthrough for Ogun West, stressing that the district has for over 5 decades since the creation of Ogun State in 1976 not produced a governor. According to him, the emergence of the senator popularly known as Yayi has effectively broken the jinx and corrected what many had described as a historical imbalance in the political leadership of the state. He added that the development would further strengthen unity among the various regions in the state and deepen the democratic culture within the ruling party. Elemide also praised Adeola's track record in public service, describing him as a seasoned legislator with a wealth of experience at both state and national levels. He noted that Adeola's performance in the National Assembly has earned him widespread respect and positioned him as a credible leader capable of steering Ogun State towards greater development. The Speaker expressed confidence that Adeola possesses the vision, competence, and political will required to consolidate on the achievements of the current administration and deliver more dividends of democracy to the people. He urged members of the APC and the electorate at large to rally behind the consensus candidate, emphasizing the need for unity and collective effort ahead of the governorship election. And still ahead, Abuja High Court grants El-Rufai bail in corruption case. More news and reports after the break. You're still watching the OGTV Comprehensive News. An empowerment initiative aimed at improving livelihoods across communities in Abeokuta South has been launched, targeting residents in all 15 wards of the local government area. The program, organized by the door-to-door team Yayi in collaboration with Ambassador Dr. Rotimi George Taylor, focuses on providing support and creating opportunities for grassroots development. Olaide Oloyeshuluade reports that the event held at the party secretariat, Okejigbo, Abeokuta.
At the APC party secretariat in Okejigbo, Abeokuta, community leaders and party faithful gather for the launch of empowerment program designed to boost small-scale businesses and local economic activities. Support materials are distributed to beneficiaries as part of efforts to strengthen livelihoods and promote self-reliance across the 15 wards of Abeokuta South. Speaking at the event, an aspirant for the House of Representatives seat in Abeokuta South Federal Constituency, Ambassador Dr. Olurotimi George Taylor, says the initiative is targeted at empowering residents and stimulating economic growth at the grassroots. He explains that the program cuts across key sectors, with youth, women and small business owners identified as major beneficiaries.
I just use this as an opportunity that, we should bless one another. This is a mighty local government. These are my people, and I cannot do anything without all of you. And at the same point in time, door to door, I appreciate all of you so much.
Organizers say the initiative reflects a commitment to inclusive, community-based development and sustainable progress.
Well, the empowerment is sponsored by Right Honorable George Taylor, and we do the conjunction together to help him to have more publicity in Abeokuta South. And this empowerment is going to help the traders, artisans to boost their market.
We've seen one of the aspirants that believes he should assist people that do politics. And out of what God has given him, this is what he's doing out, at least to encourage them to continue to do more for the party.
All of us, we cannot have appointments, but when this kind of an opportunity happens like that, we should encourage our people to come and take it, and it's going to help them. The situation in Nigeria now, no matter how small it is, it's going to help the family.
Beneficiaries express appreciation, noting that the support will strengthen their trades and ease economic challenges, while calling for continuity of the program
And I really appreciate Honorable Rotimi George Taylor for this empowerment. It's going to help in a long way. I'll be putting it into my business.
The empowerment drive is expected to extend to all 15 wards in Abeokuta South, with organizers assuring that more residents will benefit in subsequent phases. Olaide Oloye Sholuade, OGTV News.
Members of the All Progressives Congress, APC, in Odeda local government area of Ogun State have endorsed Honorable Olayemi Adebayo Sanusi as their consensus candidate for the Odeda State Constituency 1 seat in the Ogun State House of Assembly election in 2027. The endorsement was done at a special meeting held at Odeda Local Government Primary School, Obantoko, where notable politicians from all the 10 wards of Odeda Local Government thanked Prince Dakwa Abiodun and party leaders for endorsing Senator Solomon Adiola as the party's flag bearer for the 2027 governorship election. Details are in this package.
Supporters from various groups across the ruling All Progressives Congress APC in Odeda local government converge on the open field of Odeda Local Government Primary School to thank the Ogun State Governor, Prince Dakwa Abiodun, and the entire party leaders for reaching consensus on the party's governorship flag bearer for the 2027 general election, just as they speak in one voice for the candidacy of Honorable Olayemi Adebayo Sanusi as the Council's House of Assembly candidate. From the leaders, youths and women wings, they agree that it is the time for the youths.
Honorable Adebayo Yemi Sanusi is a very young boy. It starts at the moment. By the grace of God, this is the time of youth, that we need youth. This is the time of youth. And by the special grace of God, is going to represent Odeda local government in the House of Assembly.
As you can see, the women gather here. On behalf of all the women in Odeda local government, we were here to endorse our son, the son of the soil, Honorable Olayemi Adebayo Sanusi, to become our candidate.
They said the aspirant possesses the competence and leadership qualities needed to move the council forward. The people of Odeda also call for the support of Senator Shuaib Afolabi Salisu as the senator to Ogun Central for the second term.
The people of Odeda, they have here today from Ward 1 to Ward 10, Odeda Ward 1 to Opeju Ward 10, to endorse our son from Odeda local government here, Bayo Sanusi. Our governor have announced the flag bearer of our great party, Senator Olamilekon Yayi. We are also here to adopt Senator Yayi, also to give him support, to let the governor know that Odeda is ready. We are also here to endorse our son as well, Senator Shuaib Afolabi Salisu, to also be the consensus candidate for APC for Ogun Central Senatorial District.
The meeting had in attendance representatives of all the 10 wards of Odeda local government area of Ogun State.
The Supreme Court has dismissed an application for stay of execution of an appeal court ruling that led to the decision of the electoral body, INEC, to de-recognize the Senator David Mark leadership of the Action Democratic Congress, ADC. This dismissal by the Apex Court on Tuesday followed the withdrawal of the application by Senator Mark's counsel, Jibril Okutepa. Okutepa had informed the 5-member Apex Court panel, headed by Justice Lawal Garba, that INEC's interpretation of the Court of Appeal decision on March 12 has made the party leaderless. It says the injunctive order for the aggrieved parties to maintain status quo ante bellum is the reason for the current leadership vacuum in the ADC. It prayed the court for urgent action in view of the time constraints in the lead-up to next year's crucial polls. In its intervention, the Apex Court gave procedural directions to fast-track the process, including abridging time for filing briefs and responses due to the time-sensitive nature of the matter ahead of the 2027 elections. It scheduled the substantive hearing of the appeal for Tuesday, April 22, 2026. Justice Riu Waniekwa of the Federal High Court sitting in Kaduna State has granted the former governor of the state, Nasir El-Rufai, bail. The former governor has been charged for alleged financial misconduct, including deposits into his domiciliary account and how his earnings were handled by the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC. However, El-Rufai's bail application was stalled at the Kaduna State High Court as the presiding judge, Justice Darius Kobo, has reserved ruling on the bail application for April 21, 2026. Counsel to the defendant, Obong Akman, who addressed journalists after the proceedings at the State High Court, which lasted less than 30 minutes, said the matter was adjourned to April 21, 2026 because the trial judge, Darius Kobo, was bereaved and unable to prepare the ruling. The former governor has been arraigned before the State High Court on multiple charges bordering on alleged fraud and abuse of office leveled against him by the ICPC. And away from political matters, Oba Peter Oluwole Ogunbayo has been formally installed and presented with the staff of office as the new Odemo of Ishara. Ogun State Governor Prince Dakwa Abiodun encouraged him to work with everyone within the community in ensuring peace and progress of the land during the presentation held at AUD Primary School within the community. Matthew Shomi completes the report.
It is a moment of tradition and pride in Ishara as Peter Oluwole Ogunbayo formally ascends the throne as the new Odemo of Ishara. Representing Governor Dakwa Abiodun, the Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Honorable Ganiu Amzat, urges the monarch to use his position to promote unity and accelerate developments in the community.
We will always welcome Kabiesi's desire to mobilize the people of Shara towards the discharge of the civic and responsibility.
The chairman of Remo North Local Government, Muyiwa Shudade, alongside a member of the Ogun State House of Assembly representing Remo North, notes that the overwhelming support for the monarch reflects divine approval of his emergence.
A man of diverse integrity that has loved the Shara, that has cherished the Shara community so much. Even before he came to the throne, he has been doing so well.
I want to enjoy all the sons and daughters of the Shara, both home and abroad. So please let us come together for the goodness of our people.
Dignitaries, including former President of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo, and the Akaribo and paramount ruler of Remoland, Oba Babatunde Ajayi, commend the people of Ishara for their choice and express confidence in the monarch's leadership.
That is to bring everybody close, work with them, because it's a high-stake thing and a lot needs to be done for the community.
He should make sure that he uses all his connection to facilitate investor to this town.
We know that with this new development, there will be a new transformation in Ishara.
We are very gracious and we're very happy. You can see from the look of things that the Ishara people are happy for it.
From his business and network opportunities, he's going to engage in infrastructural, security, youth and women empowerment.
In his acceptance speech, Oba Ogunbayo pledges to prioritize the unity, growth, and overall development of Ishara land.
The plan for my community is to support the government and develop Ishara Remo to greater heights.
The ceremony culminates in a colorful reception at the Monarch's Palace with guests treated to cultural displays and entertainment. Matthew Shomi, OGTV News.
The Ogun State government has said it will continue to create an enabling environment for rapid development across traditional, social, and economic sectors. Governor Dakwa Abiodun said these while presenting the staff and instruments of office to the newly installed Olu of Mowe, Oba Jaya Oriyomi. The monarch had earlier been installed by the Alake and paramount ruler of Egbaland, Oba Adedotun Arimugbaribo, as the Ake Palace. Elizabeth Eso reports.
The presentation of the staff of office and instruments of appointments to the newly installed monarch is in compliance with the provisions of the Obas and Chiefs Law of Ogun State 2021. Chief Yaya Owiyomi, former Baale of Mowe and now the Olu of Mowe, who was traditionally crowned by the Alake and paramount ruler of Egba land, Oba Adedotun Aremu Gbadebo, receives the instrument of office from Governor Dapo Abiodun, represented by the Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Honorable Ganiu Amzat. Governor Abiodun commends the people of Mowe for maintaining peace and tranquility during the period without a monarch and urges them to give the new king the necessary support to drive economic growth and development in the town.
On this memorable occasion of the installation of Oba Yaya Oriyomi as the new Olu of Mowe, I commend the installation planning committee and other persons who have in one way or another contributed into making this event a reality.
Earlier in his welcome address, the chairman of Obafemi Owode local government, Ambassador Lanre Ogunshola, congratulates the monarch and encourages him to continue to promote unity, peace and harmony among the people.
I want to use this opportunity to congratulate the Oba Yaya Oriyomi as Olu Mowe and also to employ him to bring roads and development to the entire Mowe, Obafemi Owode local government and Ogun State at large.
In his acceptance speech, the newly installed Olu of Mowe, Oba Yaya Oriyomi, appreciated the governor of Ogun State, Prince Dapo Abiodun, for responding quickly to the request of the people of Mowe, the council chairman for his ever-supporting drive at making the dream of the people come true. The good people of Mowe were not left out in his appreciation for their support of the years. Dignitaries at the event also pledged their support for the monarch and expressed confidence in his leadership.
My advice for him is to try as much as possible to make sure he listens to whatever complaint brought to him, give good advice and necessary advice to the people of Mowe.
We express gratitude to the state government for doing the right thing by picking the best candidates.
Governor of Ogun State.
We thank Ogun State Governor, President Abiodun, for fulfilling the promises made concerning Mowe Town. I urge the new king to create an enabling environment for businesses to thrive in Mowe.
Mowe, an emerging industrial hub in Ogun State under Obafemi Owode local government, now has Oba Yaya Oriyomi as his first Olu, marking a significant milestone in the town's history. Elizabeth Esmo, OGTV News.
The Federal University of Technology, Ilaro, formerly known as Federal Polytechnic, Ilaro, has reaffirmed its commitment to research, innovation, and academic excellence with the exhibition of groundbreaking projects as part of activities marking its 23rd Convocation and Awards ceremony. The exhibition brought together students, researchers, academic staff, and other stakeholders to showcase innovative solutions aimed at addressing real-life challenges. Olaide Oloye Shuluade reports.
The inauguration of the Innovation and Projects exhibition featured a wide range of inventions and research works across various disciplines, reflecting the institution's growing profile as a center for technological advancement and national development. The projects, presented by students from ND1 to HND2 levels, covered areas such as engineering prototypes, environmental sustainability, and digital innovation. The exhibition highlighted the creativity and ingenuity of students and researchers, many of whom are developing practical solutions with real-world applications. The acting Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Aremu Akinde, described the exhibition as a true reflection of the institution's transformation into a hub of creativity, research, and technological advancement. The exhibition was followed by a press briefing ahead of the 23rd Convocation ceremony, where the acting Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Aremu Akinde, highlighted major milestones recorded since the institution's transition to University of Technology.
There's a factory that's ongoing. We want to have a factory that shred waste. The machine they showed to you at the exhibition center, we have expanded it to have a production line of waste, which will be on campus working. Once they see it working, when you see something working, it appears that they will want to believe in it. So I want to show to them that machine is working. We've invested in it. They have put it, the industry, they are trying to construct the house so that it will start shredding the waste for the community.
According to him, the upgrade from a polytechnic to university has led to curriculum expansion, improved research funding opportunities, and stronger collaborations with local and international institutions.
Towards development and innovation, because we want to set up an institution that leverage on technology, artificial intelligence, robotic, all those things that we see. There are things that should be our driver. And that's why I'm saying that it's better. How do we impart on the society?
He reassured stakeholders of the institution's readiness to host a successful convocation ceremony featuring award and prizes to dignitaries and deserving students in recognition of their support and academic excellence. Olaide Oloye Sholwade, OGTV News.
Ahead of its 70th anniversary, the Old Students Association of Ebenezer Grammar School at Abeokuta has outlined plans to upgrade learning facilities and reconnect alumni with their alma mater. The association said the celebration will focus on giving back and preparing current students for a technology-driven future. At a press conference in Abeokuta, members highlighted initiatives including the provision of modern ICT facilities to enhance digital literacy and improve students' competitiveness in a fast-evolving world. Ekem Agu reports.
Addressing journalists in Abeokuta, the leadership of the association describes the Platinum Jubilee as a major milestone in the school's history, noting its long-standing contribution to the academic and moral development of generations. National President of Ebenezer Grammar School Abeokuta Old Students Association, Engineer Tajuddin Olori, says the 70th anniversary is designed not only to honor the founding fathers, but also reconnect old students and encourage them to give back to the institution.
The way we brought sanity into the school, when at a time the school was being overtaken by all those miscreants around this area, they turned this place to their den. So we have been able to maintain that security presence. We have been able to maintain making sure that we ward away all those people that could come and infiltrate the school with evil intention.
He adds that the celebration will also showcase the achievements of alumni who have distinguished themselves in various fields within Nigeria and beyond.
These were done by the old students. Boreholes were sunk by individuals. Structures such as Abayomi Fuja Hall, Engineer Olori Administrative Building, Abayomi Fuja and Shakirat Fuja Hostels, Engineer Olori Tajuddin Modern Library, and some other individual projects are some of the activities of the old students.
National Secretary to the Association, Engineer Adekunle Musa, outlines activities lined up for the anniversary, scheduled for May 29 to 31st, 2026. These include a Thanksgiving service, anniversary lecture, student competitions, cultural exhibition, reunion events, and a fundraising drive for infrastructural development projects. The celebration is expected to attract dignitaries, alumni, students, and members of the public in a grand commemoration of 70 years of educational impact and community development. Nkem Agu, OGTV News.
The 2026 Ilese Community Annual Vigil will hold on Friday, 17th April 2026 at the Ida Hall, Ilese, starting from 9 in the evening. According to a statement by the organizers, Ilese Advancement Prayer Foundation, this year's prayer event, which is tagged Jesus, a name above all names, will feature salvation, deliverance, healing, breakthroughs, restoration, and victory. Guest ministers include Apostle Seth Akinlele, Pastor Abiodun Adeniyi, Pastor Gabriel Akinwale, Most Superior Evangelist Prophet Henry Junaid, Venerable Peter Shongoyinka, and a host of others. Olayemi Takuro will be our guide on business tonight.
Thank you, Dominic, and welcome to Business News. Nigeria and Morocco are set to take a major step towards realizing the long-awaited transcontinental gas infrastructure project as both countries prepare to sign an intergovernmental agreement this year for the $25 billion pipeline. The agreement, which is expected to formalize political and regulatory commitment for the ambitious project, marks a significant milestone in the development of the proposed African Atlantic gas pipeline, a 6,900-kilometer network designed to transport natural gas from Nigeria across West Africa to Morocco and onward to Europe. Speaking to newsmen, the Director General of Office National des Hydrocarbons et des Mines, Amina Benkhadra, said the signing of the intergovernmental agreement would pave the way for stronger institutional coordination among participating countries. The pipeline project, first conceived about a decade ago, has already advanced through key preparatory stages, including feasibility studies and front-end engineering design, indicating growing momentum despite global financing challenges. Nigeria's average daily crude production is still below the 1.5 million barrel quota set for the country by the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries. According to the OPEC monthly oil market